while holding the ball. The whole stadium was in an uproar. Only Margaret broke into a knowing smile. This was their secret, a resonance between soccer and dance, a love that transcended nationality and hatred. Later, Bert's outstanding performance was noticed by a talent scout, and just like that, he got a better opportunity. Soon after, Bert and Margaret held their wedding, and Bert officially joined Manchester City, ready to begin a new chapter in his life. But what awaited him was not flowers and applause, but a citywide storm of public opinion. At the press conference, all of Bert's past dirt was unearthed. The media believed that this invader should not be allowed to become a British player. Overnight, his name spread throughout every street and alley. Tens of thousands of people took to the streets, holding protest signs, boycotting this Nazi player. Manchester City Club also became notorious, bearing immense pressure. The team's locker room was lifeless, but the head coach firmly told the players that sports have nothing to do with politics. They were a team, and they had to unite and respond to the doubts with their performance. And so, Manchester City took the field to a chorus of boos. Facing the hostile crowd, Bert tried his best not to be affected, but unfortunately, they lost the first match. After the game, angry fans surrounded the team bus, and some even rushed up to physically assault Bert. That night, the club held an emergency meeting to discuss whether Bert should stay here or not. Just then, Jack and Margaret arrived at the meeting. Facing the angry crowd, Margaret stepped forward and argued that they couldn't place all the blame on him alone. Although he was guilty, those crimes were not committed on his orders. He was just an executor, and he had been repenting for the past. Margaret's heartfelt words, though not immediately extinguishing all the anger, her steadfastness gave Bert immense strength. From then on, Bert turned all the pressure and abuse into motivation on the pitch. He delivered one miraculous save after another. With his impeccable performance, he made the boos from the stands grow quieter and quieter, while the applause and cheers grew louder and louder. He slowly won back respect with his skill. The tide of public opinion gradually turned. The media began to praise his professionalism. Bert's career got on track, and his family welcomed a new life. Life seemed bright, but the most brutal test of fate was just beginning. In 1956, during the historic FA Cup final, Manchester City faced Birmingham City. Aiming for the club's first ever championship trophy, Bert was full of fighting spirit. The match was exceptionally intense. Manchester City scored first, but later, the opponent used a throw-in to send the ball deep into the box. Then, an opposing player pushed the ball into the far corner with force, leaving Bert helpless. The score was tied. Fortunately, Manchester City took the lead again in the second half. Bert made save after save, and also assisted teammates to extend the lead to 3-1. The championship trophy seemed within reach. All 60,000 fans in the stadium chanted his name. The commentator even called him the goalkeeper god. Without a doubt, he was the hero of the city. But then, with only 20 minutes left in the match, an accident happened. During a cross from Birmingham City, the opposing striker collided hard with Bert, who had rushed out. Bert suffered a severe head injury, collapsed on the spot, and was unconscious. The entire Wembley Stadium fell silent in an instant. Margaret and her family's hearts were in their throats watching on TV. Everyone thought he was finished, but just as the team doctor was preparing to carry him off the field, this man, seemingly made of steel, miraculously stood up. Holding his severely injured neck, he signaled that he could continue. Little did anyone know, the post-match diagnosis would shock the entire UK. His fifth cervical vertebra was fractured and embedded into his sixth vertebra. It's just one step away from death. For the remainder of the match, playing with a broken neck, he made diving save after diving save, blocking the opponent's seemingly surefire shots time and again. Every fall, every time he got back up, was like a declaration of war against death. With a mortal body, he built a defense that even a god couldn't breach. Finally, the final whistle blew. Manchester City won the championship. Bert was unanimously voted the best player of the match. The Queen of England personally presented him with the award.